Hi everyone, this is NZ Tech Freak here once again with a video for AndroidNZ.net, and as you can plainly see, what I'm bringing you today is a video demonstration of the GPS functionality in Samsung's Galaxy Note. In terms of explaining what you can see in front of you, on the left hand side of the screen obviously is a video that I've taken in my car during the day as I've driven a route using Google Maps navigation to guide me, and if you watch carefully I take a couple of wrong turns deliberately just to see how quickly rerouting happens. On the right hand side of the screen you can see two different picture-in-picture inlays. Now the top one of these is a screencast recording of the Galaxy Note screen during navigation. If you're observant you'll notice it doesn't actually sync up directly with what you're seeing on the left hand side of the screen, and that's because I had to drive the route a couple of times in order to get the screencast as well as the initial recording. Really I've just left it up there because it's a bit easier to see than what's on the screen of the Note itself during the video, just really to be illustrative of how good the GPS tracking is and how quickly it'll reroute you if you take a wrong turn. Now beneath that screencast there's another screencast, and this one is a recording taken with the application GPS info, which shows you, as you can see on the screen, the accuracy reported in meters and the number of satellites that are in view and how many the GPS unit is locked to and using at any one time. Now it's worth talking a bit further about that. You'll notice that the accuracy sits on 5 meters throughout basically the whole of the trip. I think it blips up to perhaps 10 seconds, 10 meters accuracy, sorry, for a couple of seconds only during the whole trip, and you might expect, given the massive number of satellites it's locking, that the accuracy would be better than that 5 meters, and I can tell you that it is. If I look at my tracks recordings that I've taken while I've been out and about in the car using GPS, the accuracy is better than 5 meters. It's only that the GPS, for whatever reason, the hardware reports the accuracy in meters to external applications to the nearest 5 meters. So that's just a little peculiarity of how external apps see the GPS accuracy of the Galaxy Note. And I'll just come back to the fact that it's locking so many satellites. You might be wondering why that is, and the reason for that is that the Galaxy Note, in addition to using the GPS satellites, is also able to use Russian GLONASS positioning satellites, so it has twice the number of satellites at its disposal to lock to at any one time, and that's why the lock strength on this phone is absolutely unparalleled compared to any other phone I've ever used, and I presume that's also why lock speed is exceptional, even in adverse conditions with a GPS on, and in fact even off, the lock speed sort of is generally between 2 and 4 seconds, and I think the longest I've had was probably 8 seconds in very adverse conditions with thick overhead cloud and tall buildings nearby. And the other thing that may be having an impact, I guess, in terms of the lock speed is perhaps the fact that the Galaxy Note has a barometer inside it, and although this hasn't been confirmed anywhere that I've seen, I suspect it's also being used to improve lock speed and accuracy, just as it is going to do in the upcoming Galaxy Nexus. Now in terms of the screen itself, obviously a 5.3 inch 1280 by 800 resolution Super AMOLED screen is going to look fantastic for navigation, and at that screen size it's actually rivaling or bettering actually most dedicated standalone GPS units. So you're finally getting a screen that's large enough to rival those for really good visibility. And of course you're getting better display characteristics being Super AMOLED. Now there's actually direct sunlight on the screen in this video. It's a very sunny day, although there's a fair amount of cloud cover, and you can probably appreciate that the visibility is good, and I can say that actually from where I was sitting the visibility was even better than what you can see recorded in the video, just because of the angle that I was looking at the screen on. So just a fantastic screen, amazing lock speed, amazing lock strength, absolutely unparalleled in the phone world as far as I'm aware, and certainly compared to any other phone that I've ever used. So I think what Samsung have achieved here is bar none the best GPS phone for navigation purposes at any rate that's come out to date, and I think, to be honest, it's rivaling and perhaps even bettering a lot of standalone dedicated GPS units. So that was all we wanted to show you today. This is NZ Tech Freak signing off for AndroidNZ.net.